Okay, good afternoon all. Now you can put your roll number for your attendance purpose and don't leave the session in between just by entering your roll number at the start. Okay, I will verify between the session. If you are not providing a reply, I will put your absentee. Okay, now first of all, I will take the review of the previous lecture. In the previous lecture, what we have discussed. So we have discussed the basic structure of the thermoset materials and thermoplastic material. And depending on this basic structure, we have discussed the various comparison points between thermosetting plastics and thermoplastic materials related to their properties and related to which chemical change is occurring there or what will be the effect of heat, what will be the effect of heating or what will be the effect of cooling on that particular type of the material. Along with few examples, we have discussed this comparison, and after this comparison, we have discussed this point, that is additives in the plastics, why we are adding the additives or what is the function of the additives, and what will be the effect of addition of additives on the plastic material, and different additives used in the plastics, like plasticizers, fillers, flame retardants, reinforcing agents, then stabilizers, soft extenders, colorants, lubricants. Okay, these are means it will be not like this that only 8 additives will be there. Number of additives will be there. Just I have collected here some important additives which are having important function. Okay, then after this, the next, in today's session, we are going to discuss this polymerization process. Okay, I think this will take 1 or 2 hours. Means today's this afternoon session and evening session, I will try to complete this polymerization only. Some parts may get repeated because this is a very important point, and one compulsory question will be there in the examination, and for your means better understanding what is the exact meaning of the plastics or polymer material, you should understand this polymerization concept. Okay, it is just like your basic structure, means basic crystal, as you have learned the for materials consists of basic crystal structure. Like that, monomers and polymers will be the basics of the any kind of the plastic material or any kind of the polymeric materials. Okay, now we will start this for better understanding of this polymerization process. First, you should know the what is the meaning of monomer and what is the meaning of the polymer. Okay, for better understanding of this monomer and polymer, I will switch towards the one PDF file I have collected from the. This file I have collected from the slideshare.com. Okay, there is one presentation on the polymers and polymerization. Okay, you can also collect it, or otherwise, I will share this presentation at the end of this chapter. Now, this first slide contains, you can go through it. Here they have explained what is the meaning of polymerization and what is the meaning of the polymers. Okay, I will directly, please, this is the second point we can read here. Or before discussing this polymers and polymerization, first we will discuss what is the meaning of the monomers. Okay, now in this diagram, okay, if diagram is not visible, you can zoom it on your screen. On your individual screen, you can zoom it. Just like you are zooming in a photograph on your mobile, you can zoom this slide also. Okay, you can zoom it and you can see it very clearly. Okay, now first we will try to understand what is the meaning of the monomer, and after that we will try to understand what is the meaning of the polymer. Now, what is the meaning of the monomer here? Now, first, before understanding this monomer, you should understand that these monomers, we are having two types of the molecules. One type of molecule will be micromolecules and one will be macromolecules. Okay, micro and macro. Now, in case of your material, in the metallurgy, we have studied the micromolecules, you can say that. And in this polymer, these are macromolecules. Okay. Now, whichever monomer is here, it is a macromolecule. Okay. Or in other words, you can say that polymer consists of a repeating unit. Okay, I may be having one slide. I will show that slide for example. The repeating unit will be there. Okay. Okay, you can zoom it also for your better understanding. Please check this by zooming it. You can see that here. What is the meaning of the polymer? Poly, you can break it simply. Poly means many, and mer means repeating unit. Now here the repeating unit is termed as monomer. Okay, whichever repeating unit is present in that particular uh, material, it will be termed as monomer. For example, here I have some two three examples they have shown here. Okay, with their structure. The first example from your left side, this is polyethylene. Okay, this is polyethylene, and at the center with blue shade. Okay, this is the blue shade. With the help of this blue shade, they have highlighted the repeating unit. Okay, this carbon molecule with two hydrogen molecules here, and this one carbon molecule is attached to the another carbon molecule, and this carbon molecule will be attached to two hydrogen atoms. Okay, this unit will be repeated again and again. Okay, this is the highlighted in the blue color. If you see its adjacent portion, the same structure or same unit is repeated again. Okay, see the adjacent region here or in the right side. Two carbon atoms, and each carbon atom has joined with the two hydrogen atoms. Okay, and there is a single bond between two carbon atoms. Means this is the repeating unit which is present in the polyethylene. Now here, if you break this, just forget this poly. This repeating unit is termed as the ethylene. Okay, this is the ethylene, and poly means many, and number of ethylene units will come together. This ethylene will be monomer. Okay, whichever repeating unit is present in this polyethylene material, that is nothing but the ethylene. You can see here C2H4 is the repeating unit, that is the ethylene, and this ethylene is termed as the, this is the monomer. And when number of monomers joins together or combines together, then they will form the polymers. Okay, that will be termed as the polymer. This is the example polyethylene. Now same kind of the example is you can see here second example. Here polyvinyl chloride material is shown. This is the structure for polyvinyl chloride. In that polyvinyl chloride, or you can say that your PVC pipes. Okay, PVC pipes, lots of PVC pipes will be there in your, you are using that in the agricultural field or in the domestic field also, or drainage of the waters, you are using that PVC pipes. Okay, uh, then here in this PVC material, that is polyvinyl chloride material, and this vinyl chloride, okay, this portion shown by the blue color here, means two carbon atoms, and then one carbon atom is attached to two hydrogen molecules, and one carbon atom is attached to one hydrogen and one chlorine atom here. Okay, this structure is the vinyl chloride, and this is the repeating unit. Hence, in this polyvinyl chloride, this vinyl chloride is a monomer, and with combination, or when number of vinyl chloride monomers will combine together, then the resultant material will be termed as polyvinyl chloride. It is nothing but your PVC material. Okay, This blue shaded version is the repeating unit, and this repeating unit is nothing but your monomer. Okay, then you can move towards the next example here. Polypropylene. In this polypropylene, this propylene you can see here propylene, and it is indicated by this blue shade. Two carbon atoms. One carbon atom is joined to the two hydrogen atoms, and one carbon atom is attached to hydrogen, and this is I think CH3. Okay, this is the I think methyl methyl atom is there. Now, this combined repeating unit will be termed as propylene. Okay, this is the propylene. Two carbon atoms, one carbon atom with attached to the two hydrogen, and one carbon attached to one hydrogen and one methyl molecule is there. This blue shaded unit will be this will be repeated again and again. This is termed as your monomer, and when number of monomers combine together, they will form this polymer. And this polymer having propylene as a repeating unit, it will be termed as polypropylene. Okay, so this is the concept of monomer and polymer. So it is clear that what is the meaning of monomer. Monomer is the single repeating unit. Okay, and that will be termed as the monomer. And when number of monomer combines together or joins together, then that resultant material will be termed as the polymer. Okay, this is the concept of monomer and polymer. Now we will move towards the what is the meaning of polymerization process. Okay, now what is the polymerization? If you have understood this monomer and polymer, it will be very simple. What is the meaning of polymerization process? Number of monomers will combine together. They will combine together to form a polymer. This process is termed as the polymerization. Okay, formation of a polymer from number of monomers, it will be termed as the polymerization. Okay, so this is the concept of monomer. What is the meaning of monomer, polymer, and what is the meaning of the polymerization? Okay, I think in next slide also they have given some practical examples. Okay, so in this slide they have explained this whichever terms I have means whichever points I have explained means what is the meaning of polymerization. Here you can clearly see this point. Polymerization, process of linking the repeating units, nothing that is termed as the monomers is termed as the polymerization. The process in which number of repeating units, that repeating units are termed as monomers, are get linked to each other, that process will be termed as polymerization. And whichever material is formed, that material will be termed as the polymer. Okay, whichever material is formed by combination of repeating units, that is the monomers, that particular material will be termed as polymer. Okay, process will be termed as polymerization, and the resultant material or component will be termed as polymer. Okay, here one example they have highlighted here. This is polypropylene. Already I have taken that example, whichever example. This is the three examples. You can consider any one example you have to write. Okay, I have taken here 2 3 examples. Any one example will be sufficient. Okay, if you are having any confusion or any doubt related to the what is the meaning of monomer, what is the meaning of polymer, and what is the meaning of polymerization, please mention that in the chat box. If you are having any doubt, please mention in the chat box. I will take 1 minute pause here. If you are having any doubt, mention that in the chat box. Or otherwise, I will move towards the next point of this session, that is classification of the polymerization process or types of the polymerizations. I will wait for 1 minute here. If you are having any doubt, please put that in the chat box. Or if all points are clear, then you have to mention that in the chat box that all points are clear. You can move further. If you are having any doubt, and just go through the slides. Already I have explained these slides, just go through it. Yes, same slides are there. This is in different color. Okay, same slides. This is the in this slide they have explained the concept of monomer here. What is the meaning of monomer? Small molecule which combine with each other to form the polymer, that will be termed as the monomer here. Okay, for example, they have taken this styrene monomer. Number of styrene monomers will combine to form polystyrene. Okay, and this is here in this process they have explained the what is the meaning of polymer and what is the meaning of polymerization process. Okay, and in this slide you can go through it, just read it. Means they have taken polymer in the first column. Name of the polymer is mentioned, and which is the repeating unit present there. That is nothing but the monomer is indicated here. Okay, that same repeating unit is mentioned in the last column also. Polyethylene, then polyvinyl chloride, polyisobutylene, and polystyrene. Okay, number of examples are there. Just to go through it, you have to write few examples in this process. Just go through it, and if you are having any doubts, please mention that in the chat box. Okay, if you are not having any doubt, I will move towards the next point. Okay, now in this, this is just for your information purpose. Uh, with one example of the polymer, with one example of the polymer here, with polyethylene's example has been considered, and how much will be the size of that particular polymer they have mentioned here. This is just for your information. Here they have taken the example of polyethylene. Now here you can read this polyethylene. Okay, and this is having the okay, the diameter of that molecules is mentioned here. Diameter, whichever molecules are formed, these are the ethylene molecules. Molecule size is approximately 6.4 millimeter, and the length of this chain formed, or this polymer formed, it will be approximately half mile, that is 805-meter long. Okay, this is just for your information. For the polyethylene material, and ethylene will be monomer present. Okay, this is the monomer. Number of ethylene molecules will combine to form the polyethylene. Okay, its shape will be like this rounded particles are nothing but the ethylene, is ethylene. Okay, this is nothing but the monomer. Number of monomers will combine together to form the polyethylene. Okay, approximate size of this particle they have mentioned, its diameter is 6.4 millimeter, and length of this chain formed is approximately 805 meters. Okay, now here, depending on on their structure, two types of the polymers will be there. Linear polymers. Okay, linear polymers. Linear polymers will be like these are the linear polymers. Okay, whichever polymer is shown here, this is the linear polymer. Okay, one monomer is linked to the another monomer in the one linear form, and okay, this is the branched polymer. Okay, linear polymer will be like this. Okay, like a single thread, you can consider like a single thread. Okay, it will be having longer length. That will be linear polymers, and these are the branched polymers. Okay, whichever linear polymers are there, some branches will be formed, and that branches may be in the form of, you can say that, A kind, B kind, or C kind. A number of uh, linear polymers are joined here in different ways, and these polymers will be termed as the branch polymer. Okay, this is just for your information that how much will be the size of a polymer. Then depending on the structure, how they are classified as linear polymers and branched polymers. Now we will move towards the actual part, that is the classification of the polymerization process. Okay, now here in this diagram, I will check in the other presentation whether that diagram is clearly appearing. Okay. Okay, please refer this. Now in this diagram, okay, this is the diagram for the types of the polymerization, and depending on that polymerization technique, how that polymers are classified. Okay, whenever in examination they ask you the types of the polymerization, okay, you have to draw this part only. Okay, this part only means polymerization technique is classified in two types. It is chain polymerization, it is also known as addition polymerization, and step polymerization. This step polymerization is also known as the condensation polymerization. Okay, two types of the polymerization will be there. Step, it is also known as condensation polymerization, and chain polymerization, it is also known as the addition polymerization. And now the question will be like this, why I have drawn this diagram. Okay, this diagram here on the left hand side, whichever polymerization is occurring in that material, depending on that classification of the polymers is done. Suppose one particular polymer is formed with the help of this chain polymerization. This chain polymerization is also known as addition polymerization, and its resultant material will be termed as addition polymer. Okay, here you can say that this is classification of that polymer, and this is the classification of the polymerization technique or mechanism. When a particular polymer is formed by chain polymerization or addition polymerization, that polymer will be termed as addition polymer. And when a particular polymer is formed by step polymerization or condensation polymerization, that polymer will be termed as condensation polymer. Okay, generally polymerization has two types: chain or addition polymerization, and step polymerization. This step polymerization is also known as condensation polymerization, and their respective polymers will be termed as addition polymer and condensation polymer. Now this is the basic classification. Now in some books, okay, I have collected one slide here. Okay, in some books, or if you go through some internet sources available, you will find that this polymerization is classified in the four types. Four types. This first, already I have discussed these two, point A and point C, that is addition or chain polymerization, and condensation or step polymerization. And extra two types have has been mentioned there in some, means in some books also you can find these types. Extra two types are they have mentioned here: coordination polymerization and copolymerization. Okay, coordination and copolymerization. Basic two types will be there: addition or chain, and condensation or step. And extra two types are there. It will be like this: coordination polymerization and copolymerization. Coordination and copolymerization, in short you can say that four types of polymerizations are there: addition, coordination, condensation, and copolymerization. But in your syllabus they have added these two only, A and C, whichever I have highlighted here. Okay, chain or addition, and step or condensation polymerization. Okay, now we will discuss one by one what is the meaning of chain polymerization and what is the meaning of condensation polymerization. Okay, so these are two basic types here. Okay, in today's session, I will explain this part. It is condensation, addition polymerization, and condensation polymerization. Now, this classification is done on the basis of the, you can say that, the reactions occurring. Okay, reactions occurring during the formation of that particular polymer. Now, in addition polymerization, or you can say that in addition polymers are formed by addition polymerization process, and here monomers, whichever monomers are there, they are combined together or added together. I will zoom it. Okay, in this addition polymerization, monomers are added together. Monomers are added together to form a polymer, and no other product is formed here. Okay, in the addition polymerization, no other product is formed. But in case of condensation polymerization, monomers will combine together to form a polymer, but some byproducts will be formed here. Like suppose you can say that water, some byproducts will be formed here. This will be termed as the condensation polymerization. Now I will explain one by one here in the next slide. Okay. Now this is the addition polymerization. Now, whichever polymerization here, you can say that this is the addition polymerization. One example I have considered here, you can say that this process consists of three stages. Okay, this addition polymerization consists of three stages. The first stage, this is the first stage, it will be termed as initiation. Then second stage is propagation, and third stage is the termination. First stage, addition polymerization consists of three stages. The first stage is the initiation, then propagation, and the third stage is the termination. For better understanding, I will refer you the another presentation or another slides are here. Okay, here you can clearly read it here. This is the mechanism of addition polymerization. Okay, this addition polymerization is also known as free radical reaction mechanism. Free radical reaction mechanism. It is also known as addition polymerization, or it is also known as chain polymerization. Okay, it consists of three stages. First stage, initiation, propagation, and termination. Okay, now to understand these three stages, here two symbols I am going to use in that three stages. This M symbol will stands for, please read it carefully. This M symbol will stand for that monomer. In short, you can say that monomer, unsaturated monomer. And R stands for the free radical available. I will explain this with one example in the next slide. Okay, just try to understand this. Three stages will be there in this polymerization: initiation, then propagation, and the termination. These three stages will be there: initiation, propagation, and termination. And to explain this, the you can consider that we are using this symbol for monomers and R for the free radical available. Now, how these three stages will exactly occur, that we will discuss in the next slide here. Okay, this is the next slide. Here they have mentioned the three stages. Here we can see that this is the initiation process. Here this is the initiation process. Here monomer, this is the our monomer, it will combine with the free radical. Okay, monomer is there, it will combine with the free radical. It is R combines with M, it will form Rm1. Then again this Rm1, it will combine with the another monomer. Means now here one monomer will get combined with the another monomer. You can see here clearly, whichever monomer is forming here, it is combining with the another monomer, and this will be termed as the propagation stage. Okay, in the initiation stage, one monomer will combine with the free radical. Okay, this free radical, it will just act as a you can say that accelerator to accelerate the, or it will help to join the monomers. This R, it will just help to join the monomers. Okay, number of monomers will join with the help of this R, or this is also known as the free radical element. With the help of that free radical element, number of monomers will join with each other. Okay, and that process, in when initially this free radical will combine with the monomer, that step will be termed as initiation. And now whichever monomers are there, number of monomers will combine together, that stage will be termed as propagation. Okay, number of monomers will be joining here, and at the end the termination process will be there, and they will get terminated either by coupling or by disproportionation. Okay, and they will form their respective polymer. Okay, please go through these stages. This is the addition polymerization. I will wait for 1 minute here. Okay, if you are having any difficulty, you can ask me. Okay, three stages will be there. Somewhat already I have told you. Some chemistry knowledge will be required to understand this concept of polymerization, and I am trying to explain it in very brief. This part, this whichever stages are there, that stages actually they are not going to ask any question in the examination. Just for your information, I have collected this. Is how the polymer is formed in the three stages: initiation, propagation, and termination. Just you have to mention the stages, and if possible, you can write this. Okay. So three stages will be there: initiation, propagation, and termination. Okay. Now here the same process, whichever I have explained you, that they have explained with the help of one example. Now they have taken the example here, the polyethylene. Polyethylene polymer is formed, and here we are using the dibenzoyl peroxide. Okay, dibenzoyl peroxide, it will accelerate the process. This dibenzoyl peroxide, this will accelerate the process. Okay, now how it will accelerate here, it will provide this dibenzoyl peroxide, it will provide the free radical. This R, it will be provided by this dibenzoyl peroxide, and it will combine with that ethylene. Okay, this is the monomer, ethylene monomer, and it will get attached. This is the R free radical, it will get attached to the monomer, ethylene monomers. Now number of monomers will get attached to each other, and this initial stage, that is combining of this ethylene with the free radical, this is the initiation process. Now number of ethylene molecule will get attached to each other, that will be the propagation. Okay, this is the second stage, propagation. Here you can simply say that this is ethylene is nothing but the monomer, and this is the free radical, and this free radical you will get from whichever accelerating material you are added here. Okay, here we are adding dibenzoyl peroxide. Okay, and the last stage is the termination. Okay, whichever this is the number of monomers have combined here. Now this number of monomers, okay, by and either by the coupling, you can say that by the combination of two radicals. Okay, you can see here this is one radical and this is the another radical. Okay, plus here they will get joined. Okay, these two will get joined, and at the end you will get the radical here, and this process will be repeated again and again. Or what will happen, radical will present at only one corner. Here you can see here at only one corner free radical will be there, and remaining will be ethylene monomers. Okay, here also ethylene monomers will be there and free radical will be at one corner. This is disproportionation, and by coupling means they will get added, simply they will get added. In these two ways termination will occur. So this is the addition polymerization or chain polymerization. Some practical examples they have taken here. Already at the start I have mentioned 3 4 examples. Okay, polyester, some components with the structures they have provided here. So this part is not in your syllabus. Now after this we will okay. Now after this we will move towards the condensation polymerization. Okay. I have explained the addition polymerization with polyethylene as an example. Now condensation polymerization. Here this is the condensation polymerization. Okay, this is the condensation polymerization. Here now this is the formation of the, you can say that nylon polymer. It occurs by the condensation polymerization. Now this adipic acid. Okay, this is the adipic acid. Okay, adipic acid will be added, or you can say that it will act as an accelerator to the process, or it will help to join the different monomers. Okay, they will get combined, and in this condensation polymerization, in addition polymerization, we have learned that no byproduct is formed. Okay, no byproduct will be formed in this condensation polymerization or step polymerization. Byproducts will be formed. Okay, here you can say that, or you can clearly see here that H2O, water molecules are formed. Okay, in this formation of this nylon dimer, you can say here this is the nylon dimer. This is the adipic acid. This is the adipic acid, and this is uh, hexamethylene diamine. Okay, hexamethylene diamine, and this is the adipic acid. Now just you have to separate this water molecule H2O, and this will get combined. Okay, this will get combined. Structure will remain as it is. Just we are these two will get combined, and this water molecule will get separated. These two monomers will be joined here. That's why it is termed as nylon dimer. different monomers. Okay, in polymerization process, it is not necessary that same kind of monomers should be joined to each other. Different kinds of monomers can also be joined. Okay, or they may also get undergo that polymerization process and form the respective polymers. Here you can say that condensation polymerization is example of that. This water molecule will be formed, and this hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid, they will get combined here and they will form the nylon dimer. Okay, this is the condensation polymerization. So in this way we have discussed these two types: addition and addition polymerization. It is also known as chain polymerization, and this is the condensation polymerization. Okay, same part will be there in this diagrams also. This is the addition. Okay, this is the condensation polymerization. Here you can say that here they have just mentioned the different units, functional units. Okay, like OH is the functional unit, like this functional unit OCO. Okay, OCO, NaCO, and then OCONH, that is urethane, and sulfide SO2. Means different types of the linkage just they have mentioned. Don't get involved in this all, means don't don't try to get in the details. Just you have to understand that I will provide you the presentation by making the combination of all this. Just you have to understand in this addition polymerization. In the addition polymerization occurs in three stages: initiation, propagation, and termination. In the initiation, that free radical, here you can say that OH is the free radical. This free radical will get attached to the monomer. Okay, this is the monomer. This OH is the free radical. Okay, wait. Okay, this OH is the free radical, and this is the ethylene. Okay, you can say that this is the ethylene. This OH will combine with this ethylene monomer, and this will your first stage, initiation. Then the next stage is the propagation. Means number of monomers will get combined along with the free radical. And in the termination, either they will means in two ways they will get, either by coupling they will, means they will form the combination. Means at the corner some radicals will be there. I will have to refer the next slide, then only clearly understand here. Okay, like this. Either by coupling, means at the end two radical atoms will be there. You can see here at the end one radical atom here and one radical atom here, and they have combined together. This is the coupling. And the next type is the disproportionation. Means only one radical atom will be there and number of monomers will be attached here. Just you have to mention the stages and their names. This is the addition polymerization. Okay, and the condensation polymerization, some byproducts will be formed there. In condensation, byproducts will be formed. Okay, so this much discussion is sufficient for this lecture. Again, in the next lecture I will try to simplify it, and I will try repeat it again in the next session, so that you will get clear understanding of what is the polymerization and its different types. Okay, these are the basic types, and some extra types are there, that kind of coordination polymerization and copolymerization, that we will discuss in the next session. If you are having any difficulty, please put that in the chat box, and also those who are joined late, please mention your roll number in the chat box. Okay, so I will summarize this session. In this session, we have discussed or we have learned what is the meaning of monomer, what is the meaning of polymer, and what is the concept of polymerization, and what are the different types of the polymerization. In that we have learned addition or chain polymerization, condensation or step polymerization. And the remaining, in some books they have mentioned four types: addition, coordination, condensation and copolymerization. The remaining two types and we will discuss in the next session. And I will repeat this addition and condensation again. I will try to simplify it. Okay, if you are having any query you can put that in the chat box, otherwise I will close this session. If you are not having any doubt, please mention in the chat box that all points are clear. Okay, thank you. If no difficulty is there, I will stop this session. Thank you for attending this session.